A potential new car buyer is trying to decide between a 2012 Hyundai Sonata and a Sonata Hybrid. Use the following figures to calculate her total 5-year cost for each model, then determine which model will cost her less and by how much. So, we look at these 3 columns here in this chart. The sales price is how much she's going to spend for the car. Okay. So the Sonata itself costs less money than the Hybrid does at the initial point of sale. Then we look at the 5-year fuel cost, and we can see that the Sonata costs more money in fuel than the Hybrid because it doesn't use as much miles per gallon to drive a Hybrid. So this costs more to buy, or sorry, this costs less to buy, but this costs more to fuel up. This costs more to buy, that costs less to fuel up. Both of these represent her spending money, right? And then, after 5 years, she's going to sell her car to somebody else, so she's going to get this money back. And the Sonata Hybrid is worth a little bit more than the Sonata when she sells it. Okay? So if we try and figure out her cost for each vehicle, her actual cost, it's going to be what she spends for it, plus what she spends in gas, minus what she sells it for. Does that make sense? The actual money out of her pocket, out of her pocket, out of her pocket, back into her pocket, right? So it looks like this. $23,219. This is the Sonata. We're going to add to that $8,410. So the car price plus fuel price represents her total amount of money spent for the vehicle over 5 years. So that's a 9, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6, 3 plus 8 is 11, that's 1 carry the 1, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And her total cost for that vehicle is $31,629. Then she sells it, so we're going to subtract $8,629. That's pretty nice. And 9 minus 9 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, 6 minus 6 is 0. 1 minus 8 is not big enough, so we borrow. We take 1 from here and make this an 11. 11 minus 8 is 3 and 2. So, what she paid for it, what she paid in gas, minus what she sold it for, represents her total cost for that vehicle. $23,000. If we look at the Hybrid and do the same tasks, the Hybrid sale price is $25,784. She's going to spend $6,426 in gas. Start off there. So the total cost of purchasing the vehicle plus gas is going to be, that's 10, so 0 carry the 1, 1 plus 8 plus 2 is 11, 1 carry the 1, 8 plus 4 is 12, 2 carry the 1, 1 plus 5, 6 plus 6 is 12, 2 carry the 1, $32,210. Which you can see is slightly higher than the Sonata. This was about a little bit more than $2,000 more. This is about $600 more. So, about $600 more. So she actually is almost breaking even, but she's still spending more money out of pocket on the Hybrid. But then she goes and sells it for $9,053. So if we subtract $9,053 from this, we're going to borrow here to make this a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. So we're going to borrow from this, make this a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 1 minus 0 is 1. Borrow from this, that's 2, that's 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. $23,157. So, if I'm going to say which one costs less, which one costs less? The Sonata, right? The Hybrid costs more. How much more is the Hybrid than the Sonata? $157. It's pretty obvious when they're both $23,000. This is, exactly 23,000, that's exactly 150% more. If it wasn't as obvious, then you'd want to take this number minus this number in column form. So the answer is, which one is less? Sonata is less by $157. And make sure when you ask you a question like that, you answer the question like that. So how much, or which one's less and by how much? Give me a sentence answer. This one's less by this much money. Yes, Ash? What's that? They're both what? Sonatas?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're both Sonatas. One's a Sonata gas-fueled car, one's a Sonata hybrid gas-electric hybrid car. So a hybrid is the newer thing they come out with like 8 or 9 years ago, where the car runs on gas but also runs on electricity, and so that you're getting like 60 miles to the gallon instead of 25, 30 miles to the gallon.
So you're saying the gas one's about
The gas one is the better buy in this case by $157, yes. And again, I just, the differing word there was hybrid, that's why I did hybrid over there.